Well, Charlie, nice to see you. And the gaffer's just been in saying that you were one of the ones that was feeling under the weather. How are you feeling?
Yeah, no, I'm a lot better now, thank you. I think everyone's a bit ill, to be honest. There's loads of coughs going about, so I'm not the only one. But definitely feeling better, which is good.
And you're also only just returning from injury as well, so that must have been quite a game on Saturday to play in those conditions.
Yeah, no, I felt it for sure. But I didn't want to pull out, do you know what I mean? I wanted to play for the team, and luckily I feel better now. Injury feels good. I feel better in myself, illness-wise, so onwards and upwards.
Was it good as well to have that Somerset Premier Cup game on the Tuesday night just to get some minutes in your legs as well?
Really good. It kind of come at the perfect time, for players like myself that have been injured, not got minutes, so that was and also it was against a good opposition in Taunton, so competitive game, and yeah, good to get 90 minutes.
And of course a point on Saturday, but the manager said it'd be the best point you get just because of the depleted squad, because you all had to just go out there and go through whether you felt injured, whether you felt ill. You didn't really have the options on the bench.
Yeah, exactly that. I think we had 2 subs plus a keeper, so but it is what it is. Like the gaffer said, best point we'll get. So we done well in the circumstance we was in. So yeah, it is what it is, and hopefully Saturday, we'll get the win.
Yeah, and of course it's a cup game, the FA Trophy, a really big opportunity. It feels like the manager's taking that really seriously, an opportunity for you guys to potentially get to Wembley.
Exactly, the end goal of being able to play at Wembley, being able to say you played at Wembley in a final. I think the gaffer's done it already, so but us as players, be a great achievement. Obviously that's longer down the line, that's the end goal, so you've got to take it game by game. Dorking obviously a good opposition to play, they'll be up for it, but yeah, it's definitely a good competition to be in.
And I imagine some unfinished business after the way you went out of the competition last season.
Yeah, exactly. We want to do well in this competition. We're out of the FA Cup now, unfortunately, so it's focusing on this and obviously the league. It's having those 2 things to focus on and having an end goal of, like you said, being able to play at Wembley in this competition's obviously going to give all the lads all the motivation they need.
On a personal level, it's been a tough season for you, struggling with injury and obviously the poor form at the start of the season. But how have you found it under Mark Cooper?
Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. I'm back playing now, which is always good. Everything's never plain sailing. Of course I wanted to come back and kick on again. Unfortunately injuries have caused me to have a setback. Managed to get a scan on my back and sort that situation out. So now it's, I just want to kick on, basically halfway through the season. Played everyone, obviously, bar Torquay. So I'm almost looking at, now it's half a season to go, and I just want to have the best half the season I can. So, I'm in the right mindset. Great to be back from injury and ready to kick on.
I'm sure you're aware, fans speak about you being one of the star players that they really wanted at the start of this season. You've had to play different positions. You've had to play at wing back. I know you played wing back on Saturday, but you got a bit more further forward. Is that what you're trying to do? Just make sure that you are getting forward, because that's where your strengths are.
Yeah, of course. I'm not a defender. But like I said, it's not plain sailing all the time. Of course I want to be, if I could have it my way at the start of the season, I probably would have been out right wing, high and wide, and doing what I done last season. But it's not all about me, is it? So if the manager that came in at the start, Chris Hargreaves, wanted to play wing backs, then you've got to listen to what he wants. And I just we had a chat at the time, and I said I'm willing to play wherever, as long as in myself I'm playing and getting that experience. It's a new role, whatever. But yeah, like you said, playing wing back the other day, I want to be as obviously I did feel a little bit ill, obviously, but I want to be as high and wide as possible. That's the goal, like you said, to being more of an attacking player.
You had a couple of chances as well, didn't you? You just couldn't quite put away, but it just goes to show you get in those positions, you'll create chances.
Yeah, in the stand, I think, wasn't it? That's what I had. Just what the fans want to see. We'll put that down to rustiness, eh? But yeah, no, that's what I want to be doing. Being an exciting player, which I know is my strength. So yeah, going forward, keep my head down, keep working hard, and hopefully, I can get the form back from last season and kick on.
Do you feel like the new additions that the new manager has brought in as well, they complement you, particularly in that midfield?
Yeah, all the players are great, and obviously a lot of them from last year that I played with, they know my strengths. They know under Darren Sol, to get the best out of me, and they knew my strengths. They know kind of what I'm good at, maybe what I'm not the best at. So it's just if every player plays to their strengths, then we're always going to have a chance.
I've said this to a few players since Mark Cooper's come in. It just felt that you still had that togetherness, even though the form was poor. The fans were really, really struggling at the end of Chris Hargreaves' tenure, but it just felt like you were still so together. That doesn't come around all the time when a team is struggling.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But you're right. We've definitely got that within this group. We've managed to stay together, and recent results. I think I was checking the table the other day, and a couple wins, and you're right back amongst it. So we're not a million miles away, and as long as we can focus on what we're good at and what the manager's trying to implement, I think we'll be all right.
And just lastly, we must speak about the documentary that you made. It's gone down brilliantly. All the fans have really enjoyed watching it. It was emotional, but really positive for you. Are you pleased with how everyone's reacted to it?
Yeah, no, really pleased. That was my goal, was to get it out there and get people opening up to myself, but also people that are probably better at dealing with that. Obviously I'm not a trained professional in it, but actually, to be fair, at the same time, sometimes you don't need to be. You just need to be that person who can communicate with a friend, a person you don't know, and I've been fortunate with people opening up to myself about it that I probably wouldn't have assumed they might have been struggling at the time or are struggling. So that was the goal for me to get that, and luckily people have done that. So yeah, that's great.
And I imagine you will have had to open up to people when you're struggling with injury again this season.
Yeah, to be fair, a couple of lads been really good. They kind of said, look, like obviously you've brought this out, this documentary out. How about yourself? How are you feeling? Everyone's probably saying, oh, well done for bringing it out, or oh, that will help a lot of people. But how are you feeling? So no, I appreciate the boys that did that. Yeah, it's nice.
Really well done, Charlie. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, Sheridan.
Hey Charlie, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I just want to echo what Sheridan said about the documentary. I thought it was a really good insight to what we don't kind of see behind the scenes, and probably thank you for letting us in that sort of case.
No, I really appreciate it, and yeah, no problem. I think it's obviously a bit of a taboo subject still. Trying to make it more aware, and to be fair, we have improved a lot over the years, so it's going in the right direction for sure. But I just kind of wanted to put a piece together and try and raise awareness. So, I think I managed to do that, which is good.
Yeah, I think you definitely did. Do you feel yourself that there's enough support out there without players like yourself doing this sort of thing?
It's just really difficult because obviously people that you'll find that are the ones struggling maybe on the inside that you wouldn't ever assume. So it is difficult to kind of put your finger on it. There probably could be more done, for sure, to be honest, in all aspects. But like I said, we're moving in the right direction.
Good. And just going back to saying you weren't playing in a position you perhaps wanted to start the season, but did it help you maybe learn a different position you hadn't done before, and will that flexibility help you going forward if you ever needed there again?
Yeah, exactly. I always try and take the positives from everything, and it allowed me to play in a new role, new position. You never know down my career what happens, what formations are played, and whether that I don't want to just be he can only play in one role. So I took the positive, and you learn the role. It's not always what you want. You want. I want to be in the attacking positions as much as possible. But you can learn a lot from it, and like you said, I think I have. Yeah, I've learned a lot over probably the first half of the season playing in that role.
And last season, you made yourself a bit of a name for yourself in the FA Cup. I think a lot of people sat up and took notice of you. Do you feel the sense of occasion in a cup competition, and are you open to kind of do the same this year in the trophy?
Yeah, I like the FA Cup. I like the whole drama around it, and to be fair, it's the same with the FA Trophy. Being able to play it at Wembley at the end, obviously me and Sheridan were saying it's every boy's dream, to be honest, isn't it? So enough motivation just to know you can do that. So yeah, no, I'm definitely excited.
And then just finally for me, there's also been a lack of goals that's been well documented this season. Now you're back in the team. Are you hoping to get on a bit of a run now and kind of chip in?
Yeah, I know I can. You know, I do believe that opportunities will come, and I can take them. So I guess it's just about being patient. Obviously, really looking forward to the second half of the season now, injury free, ready to kick on, and hopefully a few not so shots like that in the stands would be nice for everyone. So hopefully I can add some goals.
Hopefully it starts that.